Welcome back, everyone. I'm so excited for this video today. Honestly, since the launch in March of this year, the team over at RavenQuest has been working overtime. And in just 8 months, we're going to be getting our second major expansion, Monk Madness. So the first one was Treasures Below, and now we're finally getting Monk Madness. That's what we're going to be talking about during this video. I'm going to be going over everything that has been released so far so that you, the viewer, are ready for the update. So let's get right into it. Editor, roll the clip. Monk Madness expansion is coming out on November 22nd in just 3 days. In the Monk Madness comes the Monk Carnival, which is going to be a mix of several carnival games, as well as the Moa Racing and the Lucky Raffle. And it's also going to come with pets on the Lucky Wheel. So let's go ahead. These are all the pets. They come in a bunch of different rarities: Common, Grand, Arcane, Exalted, Legendary, and Shiny. They look absolutely insane. And each one is going to give you these different attribute points. So from common to legendary, pets come in many shapes and flavors, but all can provide useful pet perks. Every pet has a chance of having any of the following perks, and higher rarity pets provide stronger bonuses. So we have attribute perks, combat perks, gathering perks, crafting perks, and supposedly these do stack. One of the major things that these pets are also going to be able to do is transmute gems. So you're going to be transmuting gemstones into quests, which is a huge deal. And there's going to be a leaderboard for people who are doing gemstone transmutation. The other thing there's going to be a leaderboard is Carnival leaderboard, which has to do with the amount of carnival stubs or lucky stubs that you're actually spending. And let's go ahead and break down these carnival stubs and lucky stubs for you, because it's a little confusing, a little interesting. All right, let's look at this beautiful diagram here to talk about the carnival and how it works. So this is how the Monk Carnival is going to work. Essentially, if you have silver, you can turn it into carnival chips. Carnival chips are used for the Moa Racing, the Lucky Raffle, as well as other games. Every time you use your carnival chips in any one of these games, you're going to get a carnival stub. You can use the carnival chips and the carnival stubs to spin the fortune wheel. The fortune wheel is going to come with a bunch of different prizing, including cosmetics, including pets, including lucky snacks. There's a bunch of good stuff, and I think this is going to be a major win for players who invest the time into it. Alternatively, you can use lucky coins, which gives you lucky chips, and when you wager lucky chips, you get more lucky chips, and then you can get lucky stubs, which, you know, I'm assuming are going to give you higher rarities here for the fortune wheel. Now, for the shiny pets, the way that it works is the first person to get one of these legendary pets, it's going to come in a shiny form, which is going to be a rare one of one. Sounds so cool. Sounds amazing. I would love to participate, but unfortunately, this is going to be a whales game, and I'll tell you exactly why. So because at minute 0 of the Monk Carnival, you're going to be able to spin the fortune wheel using lucky coins. Lucky coins means you can skip this entire step, you can skip this entire process, and you're going to be able to just roll lucky coins on the fortune wheel to get your pets, okay, to roll for your pets. I can guarantee you that all 5 of those pets are going to be first obtained by someone just spamming lucky coins. So while I would still recommend running all this, because I think it's going to be a rewarding path and you're going to get lots of good stuff to get your pets and stuff like that, unless you're spending probably thousands of dollars on lucky coins, you're not going to be able to get the shiny pet. So this is going to be a whales game. But if you are a whale and you are interested in getting a shiny pet, I mean, guys, listen, whales support the ecosystem, they support the economy. They're not all bad, and some people enjoy spending their hard-earned money. The way you're going to do that is just by buying lucky coins, and at minute 0 of the Monk Carnival, just go ahead and spend those lucky coins on the fortune wheel. It's pretty much, if you just keep spending until you roll, you're eventually going to get it, and then you're going to get your legendary pet and probably a bunch of pets on the way. I'm assuming it's going to take, you know, I don't know the numbers, okay, but I would assume a couple $1,000s to get one of these legendary pets. So that's the layout on pets. The lucky raffle, that's another thing you can spend only your silver, your carnival chips on. So these are the ones you get with silver. This runs every 72 hours, and it looks like the rewards are going to be pretty serious. Just so there's going to be land prizes and a bunch of other prizes. So every 72 hours for at least a few weeks, they're going to be running this. I think it'll be neat if you win, but it's obviously going to take, you know, the odds are going to be really low because of the way the tickets work. MOA races are going to be happening every 3 minutes. You can race on a new MOA. These are just kind of predetermined MOAs. I actually have a MOA they granted me a creator MOA, so you can bet on my MOA. It's called Spreevon. So if you see Spreevon, bet on it. I'm sure it's got legs. It can run, it can move. All right, let's go over some of the other stuff. So that's the carnival. Another one of the big things is for Guild Wars. They have these banners that you're going to be able to use. You have to purchase them in the Guild Wars supplies, but they're going to give you buffs. So you're going to put them in like critical points. They're short lasting boost to damage. So you have to be very tactical on how you use these. This isn't like you put it down and your team just gets the buff for the whole match. It's kind of just like an item that your team can use during critical moments in the game. And they also have a guild shop, which is really cool. It essentially gives you buffs that anyone can purchase these buffs in the guild. It doesn't have to be like a guild leader or anything. Anyone can purchase these buffs, and you can see they're pretty cool ones. Creature experience, creature drop rate, Aether Stone drop, luck, and expeditions. This is just going to be an extra silver sync, which is really cool. Open world PvP, they added a few extra bonuses, which are really cool. So open world PvP receives a major improvement with a clearer and more predictable conflict rotation system. With the Monk Madness, at all times, 3 regions will enter conflict for 3 hours. And after 1 hour, one of those regions will escalate into a full war zone for the remaining 2 hours before the cycle resets and a new trio of regions take over. Additionally, to make these regions more rewarding, each one receives a unique, powerful bonus while they are under the conflict war zone status. 20% experience gain from defeating creatures, 20% item drop rate from creatures, and 25% chance to obtain double materials from open world gathering. So just a complete buff in these conflict zones. And the plunder channels are going to be temporarily disabled. So you're going to have to be running around your own open world PvP event. Final kind of PvP open world thing they have here is during new open world PvP. They have these Aether monoliths, which are going to pop up in a war zone and can be captured by channeling on its power for 60 seconds uninterrupted. The really cool thing about this is that it rewards fame to all of your online members who hold a guild crest. So if Pie flies in this conflict zone and he picks up this monolith for us, and I'm online, I'm going to get fame just for him doing it. So it's kind of cool. One of the other changes, this is kind of a quality of life change they have here, is for Aethers and Expeditions. So in both Aethers and Expeditions, you can essentially make it high stakes, which is just paying 3 times the entry cost to get 3 times the rewards. So that's just a time saver for people who are short on time but still want to be able to do their Aethers and Expeditions. Essentially allows you to do 3 in 1, which is really neat. I'm a huge fan of these things that save you time. And then general changes for Expeditions, side rooms, you'll only get 1 at a time. Profession check experiences, so when you do the profession checks, you're actually going to get experience for completing the profession check, which is awesome. And they're reducing the number of traps in the boss room. They're just kind of in the way. You can't really do anything with them for the boss. So that's going to be just a nice quality of life improvement. And just in general, they're lowering the potion cooldown from 45 seconds to 30 seconds, which is really cool too. Ravencards are getting a Renown boost. Professions, I'm going to cover it real briefly. They're doing Masscraft. Some people are going to be really happy about this. Fishing, they're lowering the amount of treasures you get through fishing, and mining is getting a huge buff, both in the time it takes to mine, like some of the passives are being adjusted, and you're way more likely to get gems while mining. So mining might actually be a profitable venture nowadays. And a couple of other miscellaneous changes, and I'm not going to go over the balance changes here, but there's a ton of balance changes. Go read the RavenQuest news update. And guys, listen, I am so excited. It's dropping Saturday. At the time of recording this video, 2 days, 15 hours, 52 minutes. By the time this video actually gets to you, it's going to be a lot less. So I'm excited for everything that's coming. This is a huge update. RavenQuest team, thank you for working so hard to get us literally 2 expansions in 9 months of the game releasing. I'm just thrilled for this expansion. I'm going to be spending time just betting on MOAs and spinning that wheel. I'm not going to go crazy and get a shiny pet myself, but let me know in the comments if you are, how much you think you're going to spend, how much time you're going to be playing. I'm excited, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.